the true God.
Do you want Jesus to say the Father is the only false God?
No, but you know the argument.
That's what I'm saying. So first of all, if Jesus is going to glorify the Father for who he is, he's going to glorify the Father for who he is. So should he say, this, they may know you, the only false God, or they may know you, one of many true gods, or is the Father the only true God? What kind of God is the Father? What I'm asking you is when he wants to acknowledge who the Father is, if he's the only true God, what do you want Jesus to say? That he's not the only true God?
No.
Okay, that's
Absolutely.
first, right?
Right.
That's the first thing. So be patient so you can get to the next point. What in that statement of Jesus would imply that if he acknowledges the Father for who he truly is, that means that excludes the Son and the Spirit, when the Father is the only true God, and yet he's the only true God, not in isolation from the Son and Spirit, but in union with the Son and the Spirit, because this is the same author who recorded Jesus' word, John 17, that already told you in the beginning in John 1 that Jesus himself is God. So my question to you would be, if John already started the gospel in John 1, not in John 17, did John 17, is that the start of the gospel or is that near the end?
That's near the end.
So why am I going to ignore chapters 1 to 16, ignore all that came before it, run to John 17 verse 3, and ignore the previous 16 chapters to see how John wants me to understand that verse and how not to understand it. So now, if I were to start at John 1 and I work my way to John 17, John told me that Jesus was that word who was with God before the creation of all things and was with God as God. So now my question is, since John already told me that word is God, if there's only one true God, what kind of God is the word? A false God?
Absolutely not.
So what kind of God would he have to be?
We have to be true God.
So then John doesn't want you to take John 17:3 out of context and ignore everything else. He's already told you before you get to John 17, that word who became flesh is that word that was there in eternity before creation with God and existed as God, and he's the one who creates all things and gives life. Well, how many gods created all things and give life?
One.
And if the word is that one, God, whom the Father used to create all things and give life, then what kind of God must the word be?
The true God.
There you go.